trued my pattern and I'm cutting it out, okay? But I want to talk to you about what to do to true your pattern, okay? So what I did is I added my seam allowance to my back, and my back's placed on fold. So I have a 1/2 inch seam allowance at the waist, side seam, armhole, shoulder, but neck is 1/4, okay?
So
All right?
1/2 inch all around.
Yes, and my drill hole, notice I put it a 1/2 inch from the dart tip. The reason for the difference, this is a pattern, that's a sloper. So on that, we circle dart tip. On this, we circle a 1/2 inch down because that tells the person sewing
Where
to,
to stop.
to continue sewing for
Oh,
half
to
more
continue. Oh,
inch,
that's true.
right? And so that's the difference. So make sure you circle it correctly on your paper patterns. Okay, so I've labeled it. I'll tell you what I labeled it. My initials, and this is pattern 25, so 025. This one's the shirt dress, and this is back bodice, 8-1 self, okay? And then your name and the date, and you can put form number 27 again, okay? So see your initials, 025, shirt dress, back bodice, 8-1 self, your name and date, okay? And make sure you put the symbol for place on fold and center back, okay? I notched it on both of my shoulders going in. Do you see that? So here and here, aligned with the seam. I notched up and down, okay, for my side seam. I notched my dart legs. And if you're not sure, extend the line so you know exactly where to put it. I moved my armhole notches out to the edge. Okay, so on my back I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 notches. Okay, all right, now the front. I folded my dart on my side and I trued it with my back. Okay, so I folded my back over and I made sure that those side seams still matched. Also, when you're folding this dart, make sure that's truly straight before you go any further. It should be, but if it's not, fix it. Okay, so make sure those blend. Then on my shoulder, I don't have any dart to worry about because it's closed, right? So I just fold it and make sure those blend well as in the same way, okay? All right, so once I've trued it, then I add my seam allowance, and you can see that I've added the following. 1/2 inch on the waist, 1/2 inch on the side seam, 1/2 inch on the armhole, 1/2 inch on the shoulder, 1/4 inch on the neck, 1/2 inch down center front. Okay, so basically everything on the front is a 1/2 inch except the neck. The neck's a 1/4. Okay? All right, drill holes, 1/2 inch from the dart tips. Straight grain line this time. Label CF. And then we're ready to go ahead and talk about labeling. Okay? So the labeling is your initials, 025 again, shirt dress, front bodice, but this one is 8-2 self. Okay, so 8-2 self, and then make sure you put your name and date. Transfer your notches. See how I'm using the ruler to do it to make sure they really line up with the seams. I'm transferring my notches. We're going to do shoulders on each side. Armhole is 1 at the top and bottom of the side seam as well as the dart legs. And then remember, we did a mark 1/2 inch from center front. I'm going to do a notch at center front, and the other one that's a 1/2 inch from it. Okay, so that'll be like that. So remember, I made a mark 1/2 inch from there, and I measured. I'm going to put that notch at the neck edge and at center front. Okay, so let me cut it out, and I'll show you what I mean. So I would suggest that you guys, it's already 3:15. You have till 3:40. That's only 25 minutes, right?
Are we going to do the collar?
No, I'd like to. Are you guys up for it, or you need to
No.
finish what you're doing? It just means we're going to have to work much harder next time. But you guys have gotten a lot done. You did a good job. You got all of your patterns turned in right, so you did a good job on your sloper. Okay, so I'm gonna grade that and then I'll try to get that back to you. Actually, I had 2 weeks, so that's good. Any questions about what I just did? No? Okay, so let's get this bodice done. I want you to